channel. So today we're gonna do my plan to pan in 2026. I don't have too many items here, I don't think anyway. This was actually a little bit harder for me to figure out. But basically this video is just talking about all the products that I either want to finish next year or hit pan on, and for the most part, I don't really have a set goal in mind for next year. I just want to like play it by ear, see how it goes. And but there are a few items that I think I would like to finish up just simply to kind of like get out of my collection. So I have those in front of me. And then there's also ones that I feel like would be good to finish. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish them. I think all the ones that I picked for this year, I know I did a recap a few months ago, like towards like the middle of the year over the summer, and there were some that I did really well and some that I completely forgot and neglected. I was gonna do a follow-up video on that, and I mean if it's something that you want me to do, then I can definitely do it. Just say like, hey, this is what I've done so far for these products, have I finished them or not? I was going to do that, but I don't know if it's like too late to do it because obviously it's like the end of the year and things are just wrapping up. But if you want that video, let me know. But anyway, this is all of the items that I feel like I would like to pan for next year. All right, we'll start with the first one. So this is the Secret Potion Priming Lotion from Gloss Gods. This is actually quite nice. I don't mind it at all. I don't mind these sort of more moisturizing primers. I don't have much left of this, but as you can see, it definitely just looks like a moisturizer. It is a little bit greasy, like a moisturizer too. So it's not the type of sort of primer that you would get like from the Bobbi Brown. You know, it's not that consistency at all. And some other primers that are more moisturizing primers, it's not like that. To me, it seems a little bit more of a skincare item, although I don't know if it has any skincare benefits. To be fair, I don't even know why I have all these primers, but this is something that I would like to finish. And I don't see any problem with me finishing this next year because there's really not that much left. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit tricky for me, I think. But I have two bronzers in front of me here that I think I would like to hit pan on. So another Gloss Gods item here, this is the Cloud Bronzer. I believe these are all discontinued or they're coming out with different bronzers eventually, so I don't think these are going to come back at any point. But I obviously picked this one up. This is the On Cloud 9 shade, which I think is the lightest shade. It's like a putty formula. I at first really did not understand this at all, but as soon as I started realizing, oh, this is a putty formula, I've actually grown to actually really enjoy it. I hate the pan size. I think it's too small. Like, as you can see, I've made a mess of it because my brush is simply bigger than the pan size. So, and I saw a lot of comments on, I think it was on their Instagram, where they had asked people, like, if we're gonna do another bronzer, what would you like? And a lot of people were like, increase the pan size. Like, I don't care about the depth because I don't actually know how deep this is, but it's just too tiny. It's too tiny for our brushes. But anyway, this is something that I think I would be able to hit pan on and I'd like to try. So at some point, I'm sure I'll roll it into my project pan. This is another one where I was using it earlier this year and I was really enjoying it. And I was thinking, this would be a nice item to roll into my project pan. But at the time, and I still do have a cream bronzer in my project pan. So I was like, oh, it's kind of like going to compete with that. But this is the Nabla Skin Bronzing, and it's the shade Dune. And this is like a baked formula. And I actually would really like the challenge of hitting pan on this because I really like this for one thing. I really like how cool tone it is. I think it's something that I actually can use. It's actually not that light either. So I can definitely use it quite a bit throughout the year. Yeah, you can see. I mean, I can sheer it out, but there is quite a lot of pigment to this. And again, I think this is maybe not their lightest shade, but it's definitely one of the lightest, if not the lightest shade that they have in their bronzers out of this range. And I actually really like it. So this is another one where it might be fun as a challenge to try to hit pan on it. You can see I have a little bit of a dip for me. You can't see the Nabla logo anymore. And so, I don't know, as a baked formula, it would be a bit tricky, but you know me, I have been hitting pan on baked formulas, so I can do it. But yeah, those ones I think would be trickier. I definitely have some easier ones here in front of me in terms of what I can do next year, but I think those two would be a little bit more difficult. I've got these two where these are two items that I repressed earlier this year, which actually just a few months ago, and I would like to finish them next year. So this isn't a Nabla compact, but what's inside is actually Natasha Denona cream highlighter that I took from one of her face palettes that I decluttered the face palette. It was the bronze palette. And this one I really, really like, but I have barely got into it. So I would like to, I guess, roll it into my project pan next year at some point and just finish it up. I don't really want to spend too much time on this in my collection in terms of just like it sitting around me not using it. I depotted it so I could save it and use it, and now I just kind of want to use it. So I think for next year that is a goal of mine. Same thing for this. This is in a compact from Deli Plus, but this is actually from the Belgian Waffle palette, and it's the lightest highlighter shade in that palette that I saved. And this one I've been really enjoying actually since I depotted it. So this one I definitely think I will get through faster than the Natasha Denona one. Maybe it just goes to show, maybe I don't need the Natasha Denona one, but I don't know. I want to try to finish both of them for next year. This one is really pretty highlighter, and I'm really glad that I saved it because I've actually really, really enjoyed it. I rolled it into my Shop My Stash and I had a lot of fun with it. And yeah, now I just want to finish it up. Okay, an item that, okay, so I have purposely not tried to pan any lip products in a long time. I don't roll them in my project pans. I don't even pull lip products from my Shop My Stash. I just pull when I want to pull them. But I feel like it's time for me to try to finish this one up. I really like this. This is a lipstick from Beauty Bay. It's the shade Tea, and it looks disgusting. Like, mine looks so rank. There's not that much left of it. I really love it. I love the color. I love the formula. It's a really great nude for me. And I think that I like it enough that I could probably give it a go and try to finishing it. But because of my track record of tracking and finishing lip products is horrendous. Like, I finish 0.0009% of my lip products. I don't have high hopes for this one, but I'm gonna roll it in anyway, just as something that I would like to finish up next year. If suddenly I can do it. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, next up is my Miss Den Illuminating Color Corrector Powder. I really like this, and I think I am not too far off of hitting pan. So this one would be, I would like to hit pan on it. Do I think I could finish it next year? Probably. I probably could. I don't know if it's something that I want to do though. Definitely want to try to hit pan on it. I have it in my Shop My Stash right now. Whenever I use it, I really enjoy it. It's so inexpensive. It's a really nice, light powder, just very, very sheer. And I just don't like powder that is too thick. I just can't handle it on my skin. This is actually really nice. So I would like to hit pan on this. Why not? So I'm rolling it into my plan to pan. Okay, an item that I currently have in my project pan is my Kiko blush. And obviously I've not hit pan on it. This is the Tuscan Iris. And I would like to hit pan on it next year. So of course it's going to be in this video. I'm not going to switch it out yet. I haven't given it enough time. Blushes take like 200 plus uses to hit pan most of the time, and I'm not there yet. So this one I want to continue working on next year. I don't want to work on it to the point that I'm neglecting all of my other blush. I have been really enjoying going into blush in my Shop My Stash and everything. So, you know, it might be around for a long time, and that is fine so long as I, you know, hit pan in it. I think I would be happy. I just don't want to just use this and nothing else, because then I will just hate it. So that's not something that I do currently, but I don't want to get there, is what I'm saying. Next up, I have a highlighting palette from Revlon. This is the Galaxy Dream. It's a holographic highlighting palette. They're not the best highlighters in the world and not the best holographic highlighters in the world, but I do have it. It was pretty inexpensive when I got it. Have been enjoying hitting pan in these different highlighter palettes. I did the Glam Shop one. Well, I'm working on the Glam Shop one right now, but I did the Cosmic Beauty as well. I'm very close to finishing up my Glam Shop, and I would like to, at some point next year, roll this into my project pan to try to hit pan in all the shades. I think this will be a lot more difficult than the last two that I've done because they have been creamy, whereas this one, they're very, very powdery. They're not that creamy, but I do tend to use these in my inner corner, not necessarily on my face. I think a few times I've used them on the face, but you can see this one, I already have like a dip, and that is just without even trying to hit pan. So you know what? Let's try to hit pan in this palette next year. I don't know if I'll do it. It doesn't matter either way, but I think it's always fun to just see if I can and give me the challenge. So this one I want to roll in. I also want to just like stop neglecting it. There are like, the shades are pretty. It's just when you compare it to like indie, quality, it's not the best. Like they're very, very powdery. That's why I think they're good in the inner corner. Like some of these are better than others, but that's fine. You know, it is what it is. So yeah, this one I would like to hit pan on. And then I have a bunch of face products here that kind of all do the same. So these two I'm going to talk together because I actually had these in my project pan over the summer and I was really, really loving it. Sadly, I wasn't able to finish either one of them. I used them together. So this is from Glam Shop. It is the Light Coverage Foundation Face Beautifier, and then you've got the Maybelline 24-Hour Super Skin Tint, and this one is in the shade 21. So this is a little dark for me, so that's why I can really only use it in the summer. And actually I would mix the two together because it's very, very pale and doesn't have a lot of coverage, but it really, really helps with this one, which actually this one does have coverage, just helps lighten it up. So I used these two together in the summer, and I got really far down on this one. This one you can't really see because it's been lying down, but I think it's about halfway as well. I would like to finish these up this coming next year and use them the same way that I used them over the summer. So I'll probably start using them, I don't know, depending on when I start staying outside and getting tan, but hopefully springtime, early summertime, I will be rolling these into my project pan and hopefully finishing them. I would really love to pick up a lighter shade of this. I just haven't because I have enough foundation in my collection that I don't need to. Also, I feel like every single time that I see the shade that I want, it's always out of stock, so that's kind of annoying as well. And then I have two more here, which I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna get to, but I think these would be good to finish off. So I've got the NYX Blur Bear With Me foundation. This one I've had, I want to say maybe a year. I've got the light neutral shade, and I have never thought that I liked it, but I also don't know if I don't like it. It's just one of these items where I really have never had an opinion about it, and I've used it several times, shop my stashes and get ready with me's, and I just still never have an opinion about it. So I think I just want to kind of just get it over with, get it out of my collection, and obviously like save ones that I like in my collection as opposed to finishing them up. I'd rather finish something off that I really, you know, I don't want to declutter it because I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I don't think it's an item that I would want to buy again or miss. So I think I would like to try to finish that next year at some point. This one I do enjoy. This is from Catrice. It's the Nude Drop Tinted Serum Foundation. It's just very, very pale for me. This one I don't know if I am going to be able to finish because it is so pale. The only time I can really use it is right now in the next few months. So I don't know, I'm about halfway because it's been like lying on its side. So yeah, I'm about halfway done with it. Maybe I have a little bit more than halfway left. And this is another one where, you know, it would be nice to get rid of. I actually like this one though, as opposed to the NYX one where like I'm not really sure if I like it. I like the Catrice one. It's just very pale, so there's only a few months of the year that I think it really works for me, and then the rest of the time I kind of have to neglect it. I think I went through, and I still kind of have that, where I had a lot of foundation that was far too pale for me, and I did not realize it at the time, but I was always making myself look like a ghost. And I still have a few shades from that era of my foundation blindness, basically, where I didn't realize that like the pigment of my skin is actually not as pale as I thought it was. So yeah, that's just silly of me. I think I overcompensated because back in like the early 2000s, everything was super, super orange. So then whenever I bought foundation, I would like, well, I have to buy the lightest because I don't want orange foundation. And nowadays, you know, you don't really get that orange foundation very much. There are a lot better shades out there in terms of shade range. But I think I still had that mentality, no, I'm the palest, but I'm actually not. So I'm glad that I've figured that out, but I still have a bunch of products in my, and I still get it wrong. But I have some items in my collection that are still a little too pale for me. And I think even in the wintertime, that is a little too pale. So it's not something I really necessarily want to declutter. I'd like to just finish it up. Not that it's expensive or anything, but you know, I like to, you know, finish things up. I think that's it. I don't really know really if there's anything else that I want to throw in here in terms of items that I want to finish up for next year. I think we'll just see how it goes. But I think this is like, some of these are pretty difficult, and then some of them are, yeah, I can do that, no problem. I didn't want to roll in like a concealer that's almost done because I feel like that's going to happen anyway. Obviously, eyeshadow pans I'm going to be hitting next year like I have been. So anything like that, I think I'm good with. But these items are kind of lingering. I'm thinking, you know, it would be kind of nice either if they have a pan in them or if they're just not in my collection anymore. So that is my plan to pan for next year. Let me know your thoughts. What are you trying to pan next year? And yeah, I hope everyone is doing well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.